Hi Moglets. Today we're maxing Jean, did a little pull. It was decently close, but you did win like 20% over Mona. Not like it really matters, we're gonna get to Mona next, and then a big ol' roundup of all the 5 stars, so that'll be pretty exciting. But yeah, as usual, there shouldn't be too much to farm. A few dandelion seeds, few bosses here, so we're gonna start with a boss run. And what do we got? Troops Dawnlight. It has some potential actually. For once. Hurricane seeds don't really matter, it's one more run regardless. As for dandelion seeds, since I was farming them yesterday, I have a pretty good idea about where they are. Besides that, we'll need 6 golden turquoise. Usually just have enough, but just raised Sayu also, so there's that. Yep, looks like we'll have to transform some of them. We actually don't have any. Okay, so let's, well, we have 20 cryos here. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Just, I don't know, I'll just do all 20. That was indeed enough. It's still pretty early here. I didn't feel like doing math. Just one final boss left to go, and then she'll be ready to ascend. And what do we get here? Gladiator's Longing, Death Percent, okay, and Hurricane Seed. All right, let's go ahead and ascend her. She has healing bonus as her special stat. I never noticed that. Oh, that's right. I have been farming XP books with my resin. Apparently not enough to continually God mode characters back to back like this. I'll be back in a bit. Was that enough for our Jean? Yeah, okay. There she is, level 90. So Jean is pretty interesting, kind of one of those characters that I don't really understand too well, honestly. She is currently C1. Would have liked to wait till C2 because then we get some attack speed stuff and that's really nice. But I kind of see Jean similar to Chi-Chi, where you can sort of build her as like a physical and do some decent physical damage while she is still a healer. She's a little bit less convenient in that way because she is an Anemo and not Cryo or Electro. So to get like super conducts, you would need both Cryo and Electro in your team. We're gonna go ahead and start her off with a Primordial Jade Cutter. I would kind of like to have her sort of a hybrid, sort of sub DPS plus healer. I think we're going to build her pretty much as we did last time, 4-piece Viridescent. I would say mostly focusing on her burst, the big wide AoE, get some Viridescent procs. We'll see how that goes. She does scale off of attack, so our substats probably want to have a good amount of attack on them. We don't need a lot of crit rate though because we have the Primordial Jade Cutter. I think this is a good one. There was also something else I wanted to try out. I got a lot of feedback when I was initially raising her, and there was something with fall damage I wanted to check out, so we'll do that as well. I have a couple decent Viridescent sets, not like the best ever or anything, but I think it'll get the job done. Do we need crit rate or crit damage? Actually, neither. Maybe we should just give her another attack. I'm kind of considering that because again, her healing does scale off of attack, but I also do want to see some decent numbers. So I think we are going to just go crit damage. Why does Hu Tao have this? Why am I? Well, Chi-Chi has this one. Oh yeah, that's right. I made a Pyro Chi-Chi at the end of my last video. That was pretty wacky. But yeah, all right, she has 1800 attack. I think that's okay. 75 crit rate, 165 crit damage. So again, we are basically building her like a DPS, but I think she has enough attack that her healing will be acceptable. We were going for books. I don't know why we have basically none. Hopefully we have a good amount of the lower grade ones because they're not open today. Not a ton? I could have sworn I farmed enough, but we will be able to get her burst and E to 8 as my minimum requirement, so yeah, that should be fine. Just thought I farmed more than that. Maybe we can get basic? Yeah, we can get basic to 7, all right. I think that's good. We won't be using her basic too much, I think, and 1 level doesn't make a big difference anyway. One of the comments did say they're using Binny and Jean can sort of swirl Binny's burst, and then, I don't know, probably the general water dude Hu Tao, see how that works. So something like this, Binny burst, Jean burst, water dude burst, Hu Tao. So first of all, I want to try and figure out what they were talking about with fall damage. Here we just have a nice clump of hilichurls, that should work. So we gather them up, point upwards. Oh yeah, look at that. They did take some extra damage upon falling, which is really interesting. Apparently it's like HP percentage based, but I'm not sure because the actual damage isn't a ton. I don't know if it's worth all that setup. Now, of course, you could probably do a little bit faster. And there is something else. I think you can do a charge attack and then hold them up in the air like that. It also seems to work like with much tankier enemies like in Abyss or whatever. I kind of want to try that. See if it isn't just like a flat 3000 damage, because if it is, that's just a waste of time. But let's finish our dailies first, practice that a little bit more, trying to get a little bit more efficient and faster with it. So how fast can I do that? Not that fast, unless maybe I just didn't grab onto them. She just one-shotted that Hilichurl tower though. That was pretty insane. I know it sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but that usually doesn't happen. That's pretty funny, just watching the Hilichurls tumble down and explode. Oh, she can interrupt. You can do it relatively quickly, as I just did there. I mean, you can probably do it quicker than that even, but I still need to get my timing down. She gets interrupted pretty easily as well. Zhongli would probably be pretty good here to avoid that, but let's go ahead and try her healing. Oh my god. She just healed herself to full. I wasn't expecting that, honestly. So I think that was like a 15k burst heal, kind of like Barbara. Does that heal the whole team? Oh yeah, all party members. Can she lift treasure hoarders? She can indeed. Oh. Yeah, actually using her charge attack, I think it's a little bit faster because they're already in the air. Her charge attack actually suspends them in the air for a little bit as well. So even if your timing is off, they'll still just be floating there for a bit. So we've already finished Abyss for this period. So I'm basically just gonna go in to floor 12 here and check that fall damage. All right, let's go ahead and take these samurais here. Level 95 samurais, apparently we cannot actually lift them up. They're a little bit too big, it seems. Let's try a charge attack first. Nah. Well then, let's try these little guys. Yeah, that works. Sort of. Yeah, they don't actually get blasted into the air though. Oh. I think that's one of the big samurais. I'm not sure. Maybe sometimes you have to uppercut them first with a charge attack. The pyro they're all inflicted with could have some effect, so I would like to try a different floor. Throw them up. Okay, but they're about as weak as the overworld Hilichurls, so that's a little bit of an issue. Yeah, I think I saw an 8600 fall damage there from the bigger Hilichurl. The fall damage happens a little bit delayed, so it's kind of confusing sometimes. In Chamber 2, we have Whopper Flowers. They are definitely more tanky, so I think we're just going to try and beat Chamber 1 and go to Chamber 2 then. Guess we could also just use her as a regular DPS. I still did want to try the whole Binny swirl thing. So I guess we're gonna start with Binny Burst, Gene Burst, Water Dude. I think that burst did 50k by the way, and we're not in floor 11 where the Anemo is boosted. So we should get like Viridescent swirling here. Pretty sure I rebuilt my Hu Tao correctly, and indeed she did seem to be doing some good stuff. So let's go ahead and get everyone's burst back now. Only Jean is lacking a little bit behind. She probably doesn't have enough energy recharge, I can imagine. Let's go ahead and try that on these big samurais here. Another 50k. Jeez, it's actually pretty nice for a support. Geez, I forgot to do Hu Tao's E first. 18.5k from fall damage there. That's actually pretty nice. I mean, so I can imagine on the Whopper Flowers it might be even better. We'll see though. So thankfully here we do not have the annoying stuff. Let's see. 41k. All right. Hey, that's actually pretty. That's actually pretty interesting. Okay. Can we like try and gather them all up? Oh no. I thought I held, but apparently not. Oh, it needs stamina. It seems to be like kind of a flat percentage of their HP. I'm in Binny Boost. That doesn't seem to increase the damage from fall damage if you're in Binny Boost, which makes sense, of course. But I did think it was kind of interesting. 38. It seems kind of randomish as well. I don't know how the math is there, but it does definitely seem the more HP they have, the more they'll take from fall damage. Bye-bye. It's weird though that there's some delay, like it takes a second after they hit the ground to do the damage. And I have 20 milliseconds ping, so it ain't that. But I think we're gonna go ahead and leave Abyss. That's mainly what I wanted to see, and we saw it. So small tanky enemies like the Whopper Flowers, excellent use case. I think the other use case from swirling Binny's burst here, yeah, you can see it. It's producing pyroblasts here. As far as I remember, the comment said they used that to quickly get rid of Abyss Lecter shields, or I guess the Electro whatever he's called. And I don't see how that would work super well because there's like a cooldown on his shield getting depleted, so I don't know. But it seemed to work for him, so there's that. I was using it for the Viridescent proc so that we could then go to like Hu Tao and have their resistances decreased. So yeah, I know most of the showcase was just spent trying to look at that fall damage, but I think that is the thing that really makes her unique. Of course, we took a quick look at her healing. I think built as a DPS, she heals plenty still. All right, but we have her burst. I'm going to get everyone decently hurt here. Oh, sorry, water dude. Hu Tao will be a nice demonstration because she has almost 33k HP. All right, she has around 7,500, so she's missing, I don't know, 25k or so. Let's go ahead and do Jean's burst, see what happens. All right. So no one gets healed inside of here unless they are the active character, and then you can see 1,500 ticks, which aren't really a lot, honestly, but the burst healing itself is probably going to be more than enough unless you have just a bunch of tanky units that are almost dead, which I don't think is a very usual scenario. Well, I knocked down the samurai. I don't think, yeah, that wasn't high enough for any fall damage. Oh, wait, nah, I can't catch him in time, but you can interrupt these guys sometimes. Without any buffs or anything, her little E is doing like 22k. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, like if you can build her with a little bit more energy recharge than I have, let's check. Yeah, more than 5.8%. Yeah, probably at least 150 or so would be good, and you can keep her burst up. I don't see any reason to actually build her like a healer. Yeah, you can see it here. The continuous regeneration is 10 times lower than the activation. I'm not exactly sure why she has 2,500 attack now when she had 1,800 before. Perhaps the pyro resonance, although it feels weird that it would do that much. Whatever, doesn't matter. 2,500, but yeah, she's healing around 15k when she does her burst, which again is enough for most characters. Zhongli might be a bit of an issue if he's like really, really hurt. But then, you know, Jean also has another way to heal, and that is her basic attacks. I think it's a 50% chance to heal. Yeah, you can see, not anything like a Chi-Chi with her E or whatever, but it is some nice passive healing if you're going to be basic attacking with her. Let's take a look at her E damage in Vinny boost. Yeah, 33k just with a tap there. Hold does more. It does do more. We got a 41k there. Oh yeah, that comes from her C1. The damage delta is increased by 40% when you hold it for more than a second. Yeah, 62.5, that's probably the best we're gonna get. So Jean, in summary, very unique character with that whole fall damage stuff. I don't think I even touched on in the first video. We kind of went the complete opposite way and mostly focused on that in this video. Outside of that, because I think it's kind of a somewhat niche use case. I mean, you can do it with every enemy, but the ones she can pick up are usually so weak that they're going to die from other stuff faster, probably. The Opera Flowers, I think, were a good example of it. There are probably better examples, but whatever. Otherwise, she is capable of some pretty solid damage, honestly. At C2, we have an attack speed boost. She's good for burst healing and also passive healing. So in a way, she's a bit similar to Binny, kind of a jack of all trades. But yeah, I suppose that'll pretty much do it for today's video. Make sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below. If you have any additional tips for Jean, feel free to drop them down there as well. Leaving a like or subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.